Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Franklin County Chamber of Commerce interviews and chats with our members and people in the community during this COVID-19 shutdown period. I think we're all going a little stir crazy in our homes and wanting to know how everyone's doing, wanting to see their face. And I think we're all really concerned about what's happening, what's going to happen to our favorite places. Um, how are they adapting to this period, and what plans do they have, and how is this going to shape them moving forward? So today I would like to welcome Ben Goldsher of Hawks and Reed Performing Arts Center. Welcome, Ben.
Hi, Lisa.
in
Hi,
Greenfield,
everybody.
in Greenfield, Massachusetts. Hi, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you too. How's
How
everything going?
Well, it's a crazy time. We're adapting, we're trying to scramble and get the word out about what people are doing, and we're so used to seeing everyone in person and hearing about what they're doing. So this is, I guess, the next best thing. Um, Something a little more focused than scrolling through Facebook one-liners and we all miss Hawks and Reed and going out to hear shows and you see what's happening, being in downtown Greenfield. How have you been faring? What have you been up to?
Well, quarantine is weird. I think it's taken a little time to adapt to for us and I'm guessing for everybody.
Mm.
Um, the day-to-day life is different, and for us, when this all started, we had to um, make the hard decision, and well, actually, it wasn't too hard. I think we had to make the decision to postpone, close down, and keep everybody safe. That was definitely the what is on everybody's mind right now is
What
how
at one point in the process did you decide to close? Was it after the governor said everyone close, or were you already going to do that?
I think, as everything was rolling in, we were kind of taking it as it came. And, for us, it was, that was our baby. Our business was about to close down. So we were kind of trying to roll with the punches. We didn't know exactly that everything was gonna shut down. So we were like at the seat of our pants, kind of being, what's the next move? What's the next move? And it quickly became apparent that like we need to shut down because if we don't, we're gonna be jeopardizing people's health. We didn't want anybody to be sick because of an event that we were throwing. It wasn't worth it to us, so we made the conscious decision. I think our last show was the Gibson Brothers, and that was it was a very interesting experience. Everybody who came had a blast, and the music was great, but it was this bittersweet kind of, okay, we're closing down after this, and what is the future going to hold?
Yeah.
And since then, I'm sitting here at Hawks and Reed right now, and it's silent. It's weird. It's like you go anywhere and it's kind of a ghost town.
Mm.
Um, but in particular, I'm here and there's nothing going on inside right now. So uh, it's bittersweet. It's really sad that I wish everybody was here and having a good time, but like I said, we don't want to be putting anybody in harm's way, and we want our community healthy so that when we get through this, everybody can be together again and enjoy the arts and music and the culture of our great city.
Have you been hearing from a lot of performers and hearing about their struggles during this period and how
Yeah,
they're
yeah. So definitely, like for us, we're shut down, but for every artist, musician, um, poet, creative person, like they are kind of out of out of this side of their business, coming to have a place to perform. And so I think a lot of artists are struggling to make ends meet. But we're as creatives, we're brainstorming and coming up with creative solutions to.
What what when do you think that you will reopen it? I'd imagine it's a day by day, like with all of us. We wait to hear what the latest information is and then make a plan, but it's hard to do longer term planning because things keep changing. And so what are you thinking in terms of how to keep afloat before you
you
are able to reopen? And when you reopen, will people be feel confident enough to come out?
Right. Yeah, so I mean, with everything that's going on, like I said, we had to shut down, and we had pretty much our whole business has stopped at the moment. So we are optimistic about the future. It's hard to really put a date. I mean, there's dates out there that say like this is when things are gonna be okay to go out again. Um, I've heard, I've kind of been keeping my ear close to the ground, and I've heard things, months, I've heard a year. Um, and so with that being said, I think the creative solutions around it, and I do think once things are open to be okay to go back and open businesses again, I think it's going to be slow at first. But we hope to be creative about how to, hopefully maybe in the summertime we'll do some outdoor things that will allow for people to be a little more distant, and maybe some smaller, intimate events that allow for the space to be maybe not as crowded, and definitely working on other forms of entertainment via the internet, via a new website, and yeah, it's really hard to know when things will exactly be back to normal.
Yeah.
But I think we are excited about the future, and I think things are only going to get better from here. That's my hope.
Mhm.
Um,
Well,
and yeah.
I I was really intrigued by the press release I got from you about your social distancing gallery show. I
Mhm.
think that's a creative way to address what's happening. I know a lot of art has been created within this time period. People have more time to reflect on themselves and their environment and life. And at the same time, we're all missing hanging out in downtown Greenfield.
Yeah.
So you have come up with a nice solution. Let everyone know about this new
Yeah.
thing.
So we started a project. As soon as everything shut down, we've been brainstorming. We haven't rolled out too much. We've been kind of working internally, but one of the projects we've rolled out so far is called The Art of Social Distancing. And in any time in history, you can look back and you can look at artists and what artists create, and that really reflects, what the time period was about and is about. And we're located, in the downtown, right in the center, smack dab in the middle, and we have some beautiful window real estate. And
Mhm.
so we thought, how great would it be to still shine some light or get to evoke the feelings of what people and local artists are feeling. As Hawks and Reed, we really, our mission has always been to serve the community, our community. And so letting local artists who are kind of in this quarantine or solitude have some sort of space to still share what's going on in their brains, was kind of our mission. And with the project, I'm looking out to the side. I'm looking at some of the work that just got put up yesterday. Joseph McCarthy, a Greenfield resident, great artist, brought some beautiful abstract pieces in, and I think are already kind of doing that justice of sending some positive vibes out into the world. Um, but what we've been doing is inviting local artists in, and one at a time coming in, so everybody can have their own space and time, and giving them each, a section or a part of the window. And this has been over about a week period so far, so they're slowly starting to fill up. And my hope is that and I know it's going to happen, is that all the windows are going to be covered in art, all sorts of artists, and hopefully that will trickle throughout the rest of town, maybe. And we can all kind of, if it's driving by on Main Street, you can get a quick look at some beautiful work. Or if it's, you're walking to go over to the co-op and you take a second to get to check out some artwork without having to be surrounded in a tight enclosed space. So it's really cool. So far, some of the artists, I said we have Joseph McCarthy, Emily Gamari, John Vander, and a few others that have gone up so far. That's just to name a few.
So is it any visual medium? Sculpture, painting, what about video art?
So yeah, we're gonna have some video art going up as well. We have a screen that we normally promote upcoming shows on, and the venue, but I have a couple friends that have been interested in some video work, and I invite people who are artists who are just maybe hearing this through this video to reach out.
How can they get in touch with you?
Info@hawksandreed.com is a good way to connect. That will connect to the whole team. Or find me on Facebook, find Hawks and Reed on Facebook,
Yep.
And or Instagram. Those are all easy ways to connect. And we have an abundant amount of space, so I'm happy. The more the merrier. And like I said, if we fill up our space, I'm hoping that other people will adapt the art of social distancing.
Yeah, I like that.
We
It's
can
a good
fill up.
way for people coming downtown.
Yeah,
It's a really nice solution because so much now has moved to online, and it's a nice way to see it in person without putting yourself in jeopardy.
that was
Yeah,
definitely one of
smart.
that was definitely the thought of it. And hopefully we can create a couple more creative solutions. We are a creative venue, and we're looking to kind of pave that creative pathway. And we're open to suggestions of ways that we can help, adapt to what's going on, and help the community in our way.
Yeah. Well, that's
But
really
it's
exciting, and I'm
cool. Yeah,
glad you seem to be doing well, and kind of figuring things out and being creative with this whole thing. And
yeah. We're doing a couple other projects along the way that we've put out over this time. One of the other things we did recently was started to release all these. They're called Resonate sessions that we've been shooting. So these are an online video content of artists. We describe it as a unique sound in a unique space. There are these one take videos of artists in the Pushkin gallery across the street, and those can be found on Facebook or on our YouTube page. And we're putting out like once a week, pretty much. And let's see, one other thing is something called Quarantunes that we're teamed up with a bunch of other venues, which are some online video concerts. and those will start to roll out this coming week. There's some that have already happened. I think it's the Shea, Stone Church, Dwellings, and Hawks and Reed, and there might be a couple other local venues that are involved with it. And we're pretty much it's called Quarantines for You on Facebook, and that's kind of the online platform. And this is giving people getting some online concerts, and you can donate to the artists and the venues and support the arts and kind of keep us going in this hard time, because we're pretty much been at a standstill, and it's definitely, everybody's taking a hit from it, but we're all in it together, and
Yeah.
hoping to get back to normal at some point.
Yeah. And I imagine it'll be a nice basis for collaborating in the future, even when things are
Yeah.
better.
Mhm. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Really great to see you and to hear about what's happening. And I really hope to see you online and check out your window show. And um, we have been talking with Ben Goldsher of Hawks and Reed Performing Arts Center. And your website again?
www.hawksandreed.com.
Okay. And please join us again for our next sessions. Diana Zinel and I will be interviewing people in the community and members, and you can always visit our website, franklincc.org. Okay, thanks a lot, Ben. Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye.
You too.